there are 5 things that I truly believe that every man should consistently be doing to make sure they look their best. So really, if you're somebody who's not in a skincare or does not have a current skincare routine system, that is the first thing that you should be looking into. And really, the skincare system that I've been using currently and I have been using for the past 5 years is the skincare system. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. It's called Tej Hanley. They have a great AM and PM face wash, daily moisturizer, but really you could use any skincare system. There's Proactive. You could go to Amazon, type in skincare systems. There's a lot of them, but really the main thing is make sure that you have some type of skincare system. It'll just make you look a lot more fresh, your skin a lot more healthier. Good skin, it comes off, you just come off as more hygienic, and when it comes to just aging, right? When you get older, when you get into your 30s and you start to get more saggier skin, if you're somebody who's consistently been on a skincare routine, right? You're just gonna give off that youthful vibe if you're on a skincare routine. So definitely have some type of skincare system that you are using. When you're out and about, right? Obviously people are gonna see your skin. They're gonna make a good guess about your hygiene. If you have a lot of acne, hygiene is really that first point, especially the whole thing about skincare. But when it comes to the second thing about Looksmaxxing, right, really just working out. When it comes to working out, man, if you're just a generic scrawny dude, get into a basic 3-day-a-week workout. Monday, back and biceps, Wednesday, chest and triceps, and you can finish it off on Friday with some leg workouts and some shoulder workouts. And really, when it comes to working out, the 2 main body parts that most people are gonna notice is obviously your biceps and your shoulders. So definitely you need to throw in some bicep and shoulder workouts in there. This is more advice tailored towards beginners when it comes to working out, or people who are very scrawny, don't work out much. For people who are, overweight, obviously throw in that cardio at the end of every workout, or at least be doing cardio a couple times a week. When it comes to working out in general, the things that you have to realize are, calorie counting, high intake of protein, watching out for your carbs, and really just being consistent with it. And again, I don't want to make this into a fitness video. I'm not a personal trainer by any means. I'm not a certified strength coach. For me, working out has always just been more so of an aesthetic thing to look better. There's a lot of workout plans if you're just starting out. I highly recommend, there's an app called Beastly on the App Store. It's a app that the YouTuber How to Beast made. He has a lot of great different types of workouts. There's videos on there on how to do each workout. It's about $15 per month, but it's definitely something worth it for sure. If you're somebody that's just getting into fitness, looking to bulk up, build up more muscle, or even just lose weight as well, I definitely recommend that app. It's definitely worth the $15 per month. If you're somebody who's struggling with money though, man, there's a lot of beginner workouts you could look up on YouTube too. Another couple good sites are, bodybuilding.com has a lot of workout plans, sample workout plans you could download. Livestrong.com is another one, man. There's a ton of just beginner workouts if you want to just put on muscle or lose weight. So, again, I don't mean to make this into a fitness video. I'm not a certified personal trainer. I've always worked out just to look good, build up my ectomorph physique. So there's some examples of what you should be doing, but definitely working out is just going to make you feel a lot better. You're going to fit into your clothes, or if you're already kind of overweight, you're going to slim down. Working out is a huge part of Looksmaxxing. So the third thing when it comes to Looksmaxxing is obviously your style, right? What kind of clothes are you wearing? So you want to avoid wearing those very vibrant colors like yellows, those olive greens, those really flamboyant reddish colors, a lot of those colors in the rainbow, right? You want to avoid wearing those very bright colors. They're just not pleasing aesthetically to the eye. Most people, when they want a more sharper, more mature, serious look, you want to stick with color schemes like grays, right? Your neutral colors, your grays, your light blues, your whites, your blacks, Just really like even maybe like a darker brown color. Just neutral colors always look best, you know, when it comes to just looks maxing in general. And when it comes to the specific outfits, right? So I think every man in their wardrobe should have at least, you know, 6 or 7 like t-shirts that they can layer over. And when it comes to t-shirts, you know, you want like black t-shirts, white t-shirts, gray t-shirts, no, again, like those neutral colors. And you don't have to, you know, break the bank for this. You know, H&M has tons of these types of clothing that I'm describing. You can really get like a lot of these neutral color t-shirts for a very good affordable price at stores like H&M. So definitely check out your closest like H&M or like your Banana Republic. I know Banana Republic's a little bit more expensive. Zara, Express, they have all these clothing. They're a little bit more on the expensive side, but definitely a store such as H&M, that's where I get a lot of my clothes from. Definitely check that out. You could get most of the outfits I'm about to describe from H&M, but definitely you want at least 6 or 7 like neutral color t-shirts for just like the spring and the fall that you can kind of layer over. In terms of the layering, right, you want to have like a bomber jacket and a denim jacket for like your spring and your fall. So a really good look is to have, you know, your white or black t-shirt, have that bomber jacket, right, that black bomber jacket, or if you're wearing, you know, a white t-shirt, have like a blue denim jacket over it, right? That's a really good layered look. That's a really good spring and fall outfit, right? And then when you go into like kind of the, you know, pants, right? You want, every man should have at least like 4 to 5 different pair of pants, you know, 2 pairs of like jeans and then 2 pairs of chinos. So definitely, you know, even in the summer months, you know, I still, when you're going out, you just look more manly. Like you just look more manly even in the summer months when it's hotter, just wearing like a t-shirt and wearing like jeans or chinos as opposed to wearing like, you know, a t-shirt and shorts. I think having a couple pairs of like, you know, neutral color shorts is fine, but for the most part when you're out and about, like for a night out, right, or going to like a date or like a happy hour, it's better to wear, even in the summer months, just a longer pair of pants such as like jeans, chinos. Every man should have at least, you know, 4 to 5 different pairs of jeans or chinos. You want your dark wash denim jeans, you want some light wash denim jeans, you want some dark chinos, and you want a lighter pair of chinos as well. So really, you know, chinos, jeans, t-shirts, a couple jackets to layer over, like the bomber, the denim jacket, have a pair of like white sneakers, have a pair of like dark Converse for the fall and the summer months. And then for the winter, you're gonna want to have a couple pairs of boots, you know, dark boots, Chelsea boots, chukka boots. These are all just stylish combinations that you could, you know, mix and match with all the outfits that I just described. So really, you know, be smart. You're gonna want to experiment around when you go to like all these stores, you know, mix and match, see what looks good for you. And again, you know, everyone's Looksmaxxing journey is going to be different. You know, something that a lot of people don't describe is, you know, what looks good on one person, what color looks good on one person, what outfit looks good, what outfit combination looks good on one person might not look the best on another person. For most men, right, you're going to look a lot better with those slim fit or fitted outfits. So make sure, you know, you're trying on all your clothes when you're going out to the store. You need to try out your clothes. Trust me, you're going to save money and you know what you're going to look like already in advance. So going on to point number 4, man, is hairstyle and grooming, right? So when it comes to like hairstyle, man, you know, there's a lot of people that I see out there that just, they have like man buns and they have like, you know, a ponytail, or they have just like a really dirty, shaggy, layered hairstyle that's like very curly, or they have hair that's just, or they have hair that's just like down to their shoulders, man. And it's like why, you know, just you want to avoid that shit, you know what I mean? It just looks very greasy. It looks like, you're just unkept, you're not tidy. It just gives off a very dirty, shaggy, bad look. I'm not saying you have to, if you're somebody who has that very shaggy layered look, a lot of hair, or like a man bun, or like you have a really long hair, I'm not saying you have to necessarily buzz it all off or get like a fade, but for the love of God, man, like you have to just cut it down. Like, cut your hair, get a decent haircut, get it off the shoulders, get it off the ears. Don't rock the man bun, man. Get a decent haircut, get it off the ears, keep your hair shorter, man. You're just gonna have a more masculine look with shorter, tidier hair, as opposed to like those shaggier layers, right? Or as opposed to somebody who has like a man bun or really longer hair. Shorter is always better, man. Keep your hair short. Get a decent haircut every single month. Again, I'm not saying you have to buzz it bald or whatnot every single month, but keep your hair neat, man. Just get a regular decent haircut every single month and you will be fine. Now, if you're somebody who's in the beginning stages of balding, right, male pattern baldness, there's a lot of remedies you could do. Minoxidil, finasteride, that combination with ketoconazole shampoo. I know the YouTuber More Plates, More Dates, he calls this the big three. That's just a combination I personally have been using for the past 3 to 4 years. It's really kind of just sustained and stopped my shedding. I've maintained the hair that I have right now. Really, for the past 3 to 4 years, I've been on the big three, and that combination of ketoconazole shampoo, the DHT blocker, finasteride, and minoxidil, it's just a great combination to really just stop the shedding down, and really regrow some of that hair as well. Again, I'm not a medical professional. DHT is like that hormone that causes male pattern baldness. So if you are like noticing a lot of shedding, or your hairline's receding, you're in the beginning stages of balding, like a Norwood 1, Norwood 2, man, get on like some type of treatment. One thing I will say, is if you hop on finasteride, you want to get like your blood work checked beforehand with like a doctor or like the LabCorp. Get your blood work done, man. Make sure all your blood work levels are okay. At the end of the day, finasteride is a drug, so you want to just make sure you're all right to be taking it. It's really up to you what you want to do. If you're not really into the pharmacology stuff and you're really experiencing hair loss, man, my best opinion is to just shave it bald at that point. Focus on growing a nice beard, keep it trimmed. At the end of the day, when it comes to facial hair, you should be, making sure your facial hair is always groomed. Again, going back to just the hair loss stuff, man, if hair is really an issue and you need hair, you can always get a hair transplant. But at the same time, I know those are very expensive. I don't really have a lot of experience with it, but at the same time, man, it's always better to kind of, keep your hair shorter. If you're balding, buzz it off, focus on growing facial hair, go for that more masculine look. If you have a good amount of hair already, keep it shorter, get a regular normal haircut, get a fade if that suits you. For a lot of people, honestly, it does, but make sure you're keeping your hair neat, man. Make sure, your hairstyle, you're getting a good haircut at the very least every single month if you have a good amount of hair, man. And again, for those of you, balding, it's just better off to go with like the buzzed or completely shaved look and focus on growing out that facial hair. And when it comes to facial hair, obviously trim your beard every day. You don't want a neck beard at all, so make sure you're working on just that whole entire aspect of hair, facial hair. Very, very important. Going on to the last point, right, of this Looksmaxxing journey, right? The fifth thing we're going to get into is accessories, right? Accessories, they just kind of add that pizzazz to an outfit, you know what I mean? So like if you're wearing, that outfit of like chinos and a t-shirt, right? Or like a black tee, white chinos, some nice pair of Chelsea boots, to really just add that like pizzazz, right? You could wear like a nice necklace, right? A necklace, or you could wear, you know, just a watch. Like, I think really one thing that every single person should have in their wardrobe when it comes to accessories is a nice watch. Now, I don't mean you don't have to go out there, spend money on a fucking like Rolex or anything like that. You could get a pretty nice watch, like an old school style watch for like about $100, man. Like, not that expensive, you know. You can spend $80 to $100 on a nice watch. Again, you know, stay away from like the Apple watches and stuff like that. It's just like, you know, it doesn't give you that like masculine look. So going on from like watches to necklaces, right? I think every guy should have at least one or two of these type of necklaces. So, you know, you could get a gold necklace, a silver necklace. You want to kind of pair it up with your watch, so it just adds more again to the physique. This is just something that I think looks better on me, but for most people, you want to keep like that consistent color pattern. So if you have, you know, a watch with like a gold trim, right, you want to have a necklace that has like a gold trim. If you have a watch that is more silverish, more of a neutral color, you want to have like a silver necklace. When it comes to accessories in general though, for me personally, you know, I've never been huge on wearing like rings or like earrings or stuff. You know, I'm probably in the minority of guys that'll say this. I just think having like rings gives a very feminine look for some reason. It's just something I just don't prefer, you know. I just don't think having rings adds like a masculine look. I know a lot of guys who are stylish and are really into like fashion do have rings. They do have their ears pierced. They might have like a bracelet. I just think a lot of those things, especially like the rings and then like even having a lot of bracelets, for me personally, man, is just always given like a very feminine look. But then again, man, if you know, if that's your style, man, I'm not gonna stop you. You know, definitely experiment with it, try it out. But at least, you know, at the very least, when it comes to accessories, you know, you should at least have a watch and you should at least have some type of like necklace. Again, man, you know, when it comes to Looksmaxxing, if you've really followed these 5 things, man, and you be consistent with it, just be consistent with it, you know, have the consistent skincare routine, you know, every time you go out, look your best, you know, wear these different combinations of outfits that I mentioned in this video, man, when you're going out. When it comes to, you know, hair care, grooming, always, you know, trim your beard every day, you know, get a decent haircut every single month. When it comes to just, you know, accessories, you don't have to overdo it, but at the very least, you know, wear a nice watch, you know, work out obviously consistently, man. If you follow all these things that I mentioned in this video, you're gonna get there. You're gonna boost your looks up, man. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, especially if you're not the best looking person, right? But as with anything, man, you know, I was a guy like growing up, you know, I was not the best looking dude in high school. You know, I wore a lot of like graphic tees, I wore a lot of baggy clothing, you know, I had a lot of acne back then, but I followed, you know, all these 5 things that I mentioned in this video, and you know, I really shot up a bunch of points, you know, following these tips over the years, man. So with all that being said, man, hope you enjoyed today's video on Looksmaxxing. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If I miss anything, be sure to drop a comment in the video. Do you agree with what I said? Could I have added more to this? I want to hear from you guys, man. Let me know in the comments, and as always, I will catch you all in the next video. I hope this video helped you all out, man. Peace out.